Hey guys, what's up? This is a Nisha raid boss kill. Um, it's like my third or fourth attempt. Still plenty of room for improvement. The first part of the fight seems like it's hit or miss sometimes with me with her. Normally I stick with the Maggies, but I seem to be having better luck with the Vibro Pulse to strip his shields for each phase of this section of the game fight. But plus, I don't think he can reflect it back at me. He does have some massive AoE attacks, but at least you can avoid them. That invisible hand thing bugs the fuck out of me. Actually, now looking back on this, the Vibro Pulse did work really well, stripping the shields down. The trick to this is, at least with the skill set that I'm using, is to kill in a couple of his minions before concentrating fire on him, which I screwed up right here. Gives me extra duration to my showdown, plus I get some damage perks from my skills. Should be no problem getting back up here. Really like playing as Nisha because I just think it's kind of like every character in Borderlands that has been a player characters for the most part had a morally gray area, whereas Nisha has no problem with being completely evil, but she's not like unlikable evil, and that's kind of a nice. It's kind of neat seeing this character that just like revels in all the twisted shit you do throughout the course of the game. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you play through the story with her, some of the things she says at certain parts, it's just like, wow. Unfortunately, though, it kind of endears her character a little bit to not just myself. I see a few other people are kind of like, God damn it, they made us like her, and then, but we know what happens. So much so that I've seen debates going that's, since technically the Lynchwood missions are side missions, then mechanically maybe she's not dead, but sorry, Anthony Birch said she's dead. And if I spoiled something in Borderlands 2 for you by saying that, tough shit, that game's been out for 2 years. I like this fight because it's not so much a who can outdamage who the fastest. You actually have to have a little bit of strategy to it. Not saying it's like the hardest fight in the game, but I mean it's not Hyperius or Veracitus where you just gotta outdamage the other one first before enrage mode kicks in or anything like that. You know, it's just you gotta have, I mean, you can't like walk into it and slouch. I mean, you gotta have the damage output, but survivability is, nothing feels cheesy about the fight, I guess, is the easiest way to get my point across. And during some messing around, I had real good luck with the Skull Masher for this part of it, but didn't seem like it, at least this time it didn't feel as effective as it had the other time I used it, so I just ended up sticking with the Maggie. This is, I don't want to say the fight is fun, but I do enjoy it slightly bit better than I did some of the raids in Borderlands 2. Uh, Mainly because it's fair. If you get killed, it's mainly because you screwed up. I mean, he's not as big of a pushover as, say, Pyro P, but he's no Veracitus, you know. He actually kind of feels like the route they took with the Headhunter packs, you know. You had your boss, and then they just kind of made a souped-up version of him with more damaging attacks and a higher health pool, and that was your raid. But, I mean, he can down you without question, but usually it's you fail to telegraph what he's about to do or something like that. It's not because of some unavoidable Nova spam or anything like that, but hopefully they, I don't know, it just seems like they started getting better with their boss design in Borderlands 2 towards the end there with the Headhunter packs, and then I feel like 2K didn't take notes from those and kind of took a step back. But we'll see what happens. Excuse me. But I think once I refine it a little bit more, keep practicing some runs and getting it down pat, then I think I'll be able to shave a couple minutes off of this and then we'll start seeing some faster boss kills. But all in all, you know, I really enjoy the game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. There's some valid criticisms out there, but there's also a lot of bitching about dumb shit. And the drop rate arguments are back again. I feel like that's probably going to be a thing with every iteration of Borderlands that comes out, but you know, it's going to flip-flop. The drop rates suck. The drop rates are too generous. Whatever. I think the way this game's designed, it doesn't hurt that they're a little bit generous since like half the fucking bosses don't respawn. But it is what it is. I mean, you can't please everybody, but I think for a game that's been out a week, there's an awful lot of bitching already. But you know, they've improved upon Borderlands in the past after release, so I'm sure they'll at least try to hold our attention for. I think they're going to try to squeeze 2 years out of this game. We'll see what happens. But quick look at the gear that I used for this fight, along with my skill build, and then we're going to wrap it up. So like always, I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.